All right, all right. Good morning, guys. Okay, so the volume actually looks pretty good right now in the market. I'm seeing a lot of decent movers here. We have probably the biggest mover I'm seeing so far is AXSM. It's not tradable for me, but honestly, it gapped up over, you know, $5 last night, or just about $5 overnight. So pretty big gap up, pretty big move, a lot of volume for that one. We also have QEP, which is tradable, and this one's moving a lot as well. At 806, gapping up from 608, so gapping up about $2 as well. Pretty big gap up, definitely over 10%. Then we also have INSM, looks pretty good, gapping up from 1485 to 1902. Definitely liking this one as well. Volume looks good. We have AMD starting to rise up some from $19 to 1937. We have IZEA, old school stock that I think we all probably used to trade. It's gapping up from 129 to 145. We have CLVS gapping up some. We have, what else? AMRN gapping down. NBEV. SPY is about break even. Gapping down technically a little bit, but not much. So yeah, that's what we're looking at today. A lot of movement. See if we can find anything else here. How's the volume? Everything good? Let me make sure it's working. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Is there an echo? Yeah, there was. Sorry, guys. Alright. Can everybody hear me good? Everything sounds okay? What's up, Missouri? Leah? Bill? What's up, James? Who get this? Oh, yeah, I got you, brother. Alright. Yeah, I can go ahead and post my watch list. Like I said, though, not a bad morning, really. We have some volume for sure. That's what I'm watching today. Just posted the list. What's up, Clay? Good morning. Sorry, running a little late today. It's my kid's first day back at school today, and they're actually going to a new school. And so, yeah, I've been doing that all morning. UXIN looks good as well. Starting to run. Gapping up from 360 to 380. ARRY as well. ARRY. Biopharma. But I probably like QEP the best out of all the stocks I can trade. This one is tradable. And it looks pretty good. Gonna maybe be looking for some downward momentum here after this big overextended gap up. Let's see, right now this thing is at 818. So this thing is right here. I mean, the daily chart looks weak, but it's also down a ton.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, man? All right, guys, we got Mitch here.
What's going on, traders?
Honestly, it's a pretty good looking morning right now, man. I mean, we got a lot of volume. You can check out QEP. We have AS we have AXSM, QEP. We have INSM, NEPT, AMD.
QEP, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
We have INSM. We have NEPT, IZEEA or IZEA. CLVS is gapping up some. Cron barely moving, but we got some other movers. So two biggest movers in the market are probably AXSM and QEP. But QEP is tradable though. AXSM is not.
I got one that I'm gonna be watching today. AMRN.
Yeah. It's kind of dead to me, but I'll watch it anyway.
Hey, it's been making good moves lately. I see it on the chart. It has like a weak chart. Needs to get back to that $15 resistance. If not, I think it's going to come back down and it could give up that whole kind of shadow that you see there on the daily.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also looking at ROKU. It's up. It's popping up on the scanners as well. What's up, pun? Somebody said in a comment, to adjust our volume, one of us is a million times louder than the other. And so let's work on that. Which one is louder? If I'm louder, press 1. If Mitch is louder, press 2. Or y'all just say which one it is.
What's going on? Am I the loud one?
Test, test, test. You know? Okay, so Mitch is louder.
Hey, what's the deal?
So Mitch is
Yes,
louder, correct? Guys? Alright, I'm going to lower Mitch. Sorry, bro. Not by
you guys
much.
don't want to. I'll blow your ears. I can do that one.
Yeah, they're saying Mitch is loud. Alright, so I'm going to lower him about a third. Alright, that should be better. There we go.
There you go.
How's that, guys?
How's,
Better?
how's that going? A little bit better?
Test, test. Much better? Alright, cool. Alright, we got it fixed. Shout out to whoever in the comment section told me that. Appreciate it. All right, we got. Look at ROKU spike up since I just looked at it. Yeah, look at ROKU now, guys. Yeah, I'll try to fix that from now on. Can't let Mitch have a louder voice than me, you know.
Hey.
But yeah, no. Look at ROKU. Look at this thing start to spike. Let's look up the news for it. But yeah, look at Roku start to spike here. Let's look up the news behind this. All right, I mean, I'm guessing they put out something on the 6th that said Apple switches strategy and allows Samsung smart TVs to feature iTunes video content. Deal comes ahead of expected launch of Apple's streaming service. Um, yeah, I think that would be kind of crazy for Apple to restrict iTunes on Samsung TVs just because they're a competitor. Because you're missing out on that market, and I think that would be kind of a crazy move. But I don't. That's all I see. Let me look up some other spots. All right, so yeah, the quarter 4 earnings came up. It sounds like. All right, it says exceeded 27 million in sales, streaming hours up 68%. Let's see. They also announced a Westinghouse Roku TV partnership. Hold on, guys.
Sounds like we're gonna get some breaking news alert. We'll be watching MBV has a big flag on the daily chart. Be watching that one for sure. APHA, weed stocks. What else is out there right now?
All right. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. My wife called. It's my kid's first day back at school. And so it's bittersweet. I'm happy that I'm going to get a break from them, but kind of bummed. All right, let's see what's popping up on the scans here. QEP probably looking the best, but honestly, we get a lot of volume today, which is what I was hoping. Mitch and I are both using bigger sizing today. I'll probably try to use 4, maybe 500. And so we'll see what we get.
Yep. It's time to step it up.
Yep. Out of all the stocks I could. So yeah, I think Roku was good fourth quarter revenue, and also maybe that Apple decision to allow iTunes on Samsung TVs is causing Roku to pop up as well. But look at this run, man. Crazy move for Roku. I think it was just earnings, though, is probably the main thing. All right, so yeah, so Westinghouse Electronics was announced as their newest brand. Roku announced that Westinghouse Electronics was their newest TV brand to join the Roku TV licensing program. Westinghouse is going to leverage Roku TV's hardware reference design and Roku operating system to deliver HD Westinghouse Roku TV models expected in the first half of 2019. And 4K Westinghouse Roku TV models hitting shelves later in this year. So it's a partnership with Westinghouse is what's making Roku pop up here. They also had 27 million in sales, it seems like. Or the top 27 million active accounts. So good news for Roku all around. We can also look at, what was the other one that was gapping? AXSM. Big move here, really big move. All right, it
And
sounds
strong this morning.
AMD.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean AXSM here is probably the best one. It's not tradable though, but the reason it's up is because uh, it had positive trial of their depression treatment. Uh, yeah, they developed therapies to treat the central nervous system disorders, and they stated that their phase 2 trial of their AXS-05 met its primary endpoints and quote unquote significantly improved symptoms of depression. Um, so positive trial results for AXSM. We can also look at QEP here. So there's an $8.75 per share cash buyout from Elliott for QEP. Elliott offered to buy the company for $8.75 in cash. It said in a letter it continues to believe the company is undervalued, and it said it is one of the largest shareholders of the company. So interesting news for QEP here. Here I'm sending it. Okay. All right. We're also looking at INSM here. INSM. I don't really see any news for this one. So curious to see where INSM goes. I think that's about it. I mean, we have CLVS here. CLVS gapping up from 1834 to 2089 here. A little bit more choppy than the other ones, but still looks good. All right, so it sounds like CLVS, which is Clovis Oncology, announced the product revenues for the fourth quarter and full year 2018. They estimated 30.3 to 30.8 million in Rubraca sales from quarter 4 2018 and 95.3 to 95.8 million for the fiscal year of 2018. So yeah, pretty good results, and it's making CLVS gap up. And I think that's about it for now. Let me know if you guys want to see me go over anything else. Yeah, I would be thinking that KC Mac, or not KC Mac, Adele's, but it's not tradable for me. But a huge gap. Maybe look for a put option is what I'm going to be doing with that one.
Talking about my put option. What happened?
Nah, not yours.
Uh,
I'm talking about mine. I'm looking at AQAXSM. Let me look on Robinhood to see if they sell any. Usually with big gapping stocks like this, I like to buy put options and just wait for them to come down. It just depends on the price they have available, though. Let's see what they got. They do have options for it. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely probably going to buy some put options. Let's see what we get here. Oh, no. I'm not buying any put options for this. They're all terrible, man. They're January... Well, January 18th put options with a break-even price of $2.40. That's like below the closing price yesterday. Why would I ever do that? That's ridiculous, you know? The other one's... And that's $260 is what that one would be. The stock would have to drop 67%. Let me look for a longer term one. Let me look for February 15th.
Yeah,
they're all still terrible. I bet you this is what's going on, though. I bet you that I have to wait for the open to happen for this to refresh. I bet you this is still the old price. Okay, so that's what's going on. No, I think so. I think with Robinhood, that makes sense because they're not showing any prices.
Pre-market?
Yeah, well, they haven't accounted for pre-market yet. So I think I need to wait for the open, and these will refresh to give me the more current price is what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly what Isaac just said. I just saw what Isaac just said. Hold it down. Mitch, I'll be right back, bro.
Yep. Let's see what's going on here. All right, guys. All right. Looks like we're getting a nice bullish pre-market. Um, doesn't really mean that the stocks are all going to go bullish, but I am seeing a lot of strength. I'm going to be watching certain stocks to see if they reject off a quick known resistance, and we get that kind of crash back down. Overall, I'm still expecting the market to bounce back a little bit more. It's in the 50s. I expect it to get close to that $58, $60, the SPY, and then make its move back down. That's just my overall outlook for the market. Maybe I'm a little bit of a bear, but I just feel like the market overall, as extensions come, and now we're going to get a big pullback after a bounce here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a bad kind of theory, Mr. Charts. I could see that happening too. Get a quick pullback at the open, wash down through those levels as stocks are really extended right now in the pre-market. And once it washes up those levels, collects some bags, scoops it on up, and makes a drive. So far, my main watches are going to be MU, MBEV, AMRN, TIVA,
All right.
and APHA.
I mean, I think the market looks pretty good today. I mean, I think that the volume is there. That's all I really care about is volume. NBEV starting to spike a little bit there.
Yeah, I think it's going to make a run to 6 and then reject. Have a strong resistance up there at 6. Daily chart has this big bull flag. So we're going to see what happens to MBEV.
I mean, we're just getting a decent amount of volume here, really. I mean, we got AXSM skyrocketing up there. We got QEP doing the same. AMD up. INSM. IZEA gapping up a small amount. CLVS. ROKU really spiking up in the last 10-15 minutes. AMRN gapping down some. NBEV just spiking. The overall market is technically down, I think. Oh no, the overall market is up now, technically. Oh yeah, Todd, man. Last night in class, Todd, we reviewed the opening range breakout. I back tested the opening range breakout yesterday, Todd, and these are the results I got. I could go over the results really quick. So, to show you some of my old back testing results, or not my old back testing results, but from the sample size I used was October 1st to January 4th, and the opening range breakout on AMD specifically was successful 47 times and failed 15 times, and so it gave me an accuracy rate of 76%. The next thing I back tested was when it was successful, like for instance, when it was successful, how many times did it continue in the breakout direction for the rest of the day? Like this is a good example where it continues in the breakout direction for the rest of the day, never hitting your risk area, which would be that low. And just with that, it was successful in continuing in the breakout direction 60% of the time, with 24 successful and 16 fails. And then we also kind of correlated it with the time of day. So the amount of time it continued in the same direction as the breakout up until 12 p.m. market time was 66%. So 24 success and 12 fails. So interesting results for the opening range breakout. We're using a 5-minute time frame for that. But pretty promising results back testing the last 3 months with the opening range breakout. Curious to see what we get, you know. Which stock are you talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about the Dow Jones. What is the Dow Jones? What's the... It's the... DJI. It's not showing up here. Just look at the SPY. It's the same thing. Yeah, I think it might be different for each platform. Yeah. I went over that news. Isaac, interesting news. Like I said though, I don't know why Apple would restrict iTunes, because it's like if you're an iTunes user, you're gonna get kind of frustrated because you can't buy an Apple TV here. You know what I mean? Like you can't buy an Apple TV. I guess you probably can. An Apple TV might exist in some way or another, but you know Samsung's kind of the top dog aside from Sony in the TV world, and so restricting putting iTunes on your TV is gonna be pretty inconvenient for a bunch of iTunes users, and so it's good to see that at least they're allowing it. Yeah, for some reason mine's not working when I try to type in the Dow Jones DJI. See, we can't find it. Oh, I have to type in the money sign next to it. Amazon, yeah, Amazon's one of those stocks where it's like, I think they're going to continue growing, but who knows, man? It's such an expensive stock. You know, just do I have $1,500 to buy a share of Apple or of Amazon? I mean, no. I mean, I have $1,500, but I don't know if I want to spend it on one share of Amazon. Yeah, man, it was interesting results for back testing it, Todd. Like, you know, I was going over the results, and it's like, you know, if you were to take each one of these successes and failures with the opening range breakout here, um, you know, if you were to take these 47 successes and say you had an average gain of like 20 cents and an average loss of 20 cents since it's 1-to-1, and you take each trade, each success and failure with 1,000 shares, you're going to equal out to like $6,000 in profit over a 3-month time frame. And so not bad, you know, a little bit over $6,000 in profit. So interesting here. I need a paper trade at first. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, but it looked interesting for sure. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes. Right. I mean, that's kind of how I've been lately, Todd. I like sticking with one stock, really understanding that one stock. I like that book excerpt you sent me yesterday, man. Yeah, we got 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, AXSM, I just can't trade it, but it looks promising. Yeah, I'm kind of the same there, right there with you, Richard. I tend to lean more towards a short just because it's up so much already. It's also one of the ones where I'm going to definitely check out some put options on that one to see if they sell any and if they have any good strike prices for AXSM. Though we'll see. I can't trade it on TEFs, and so I kind of have to, just kind of focus on what I can trade aside from that put option possibly. All right, guys, we have about 2.5 minutes. Yep. Yeah, Danny, that's where I'm doing it. Yeah, there's AXSM, QEP, AMD, NBEV, IZEA, CLVS, ROKU, Cron maybe moving. Let's see. No, Cron's not moving as much as NBEV is. But we have about 2 minutes. I can't trade pre-market, Luke. It's just not tradable on the broker I use. Alright, guys, we got about 1.5 minutes. Right, I mean, I like options. I like options because I like buying like put options and stuff like that because they have a very defined risk area. Like it's very defined. Like if I was to short a stock like this, the downside could be huge. And so I like options because I can only lose what I pay for the option.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think options are better pre-market or aftermarket than actually stock buying or stock selling. A lot of pre-market times, if you do put it in a big enough order, you can actually affect the stock market itself. There's not much liquidity out there.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, John O? All right, guys, we got less than a minute. We got 40 seconds.
Top watch, I think near the open is going to be INSM and AMRN for me. Other stocks like QEP, NBEV, and APHA, I'm going to watch and let them kind of push, see if they push, and then we'll see if they fail.
Yep. All right, guys, let's get ready. Here we go. Market opens at 15. I appreciate it, Zimmy. Let me get those out.
Yep, definitely. Got to get ready.
There we go.
APHA looks a little bit better than NBEV.
All right, here's the pre-scanners or the after hour or the after the bell scanners here. All right, while I'm kind of sitting here waiting, let me go check out Robinhood now. Yeah, these are much, much better.
QEP going up and down there, creating that big candle.
Yeah, man.
INSM coming up to the VWAP there. Huge bounce there. Seeing APHA kind of sweep down.
AMD dropping.
AMD is dropping.
Yeah.
Nice hard drop. APHA kind of looking a little better there. In the 18s or 20s, you can risk off at 25.
Look at AMD drop here. Looking at
Big
risk
push
reward.
in INSM. Big push.
I don't hate a risk level of 36.
All right, putting out an order for APHA. 618, 619. Willing to let this one bounce, feel me? Try to tackle it right back down. Risk would be 625 right now. AMD is looking good too.
Yeah, I'm looking at AMD. The only I don't like this big wick it's giving me, so it just depends on how it stabilizes down here. I like a risk level of about 36 or so. See if I can get any confirmation in the 36 risk level or 30, but I think 36 is a little bit better. Maybe 37. Let's see what my risk would be from 23 up to 37. That'd be 15 cents.
VWAP bounce. Looks like an INSM.
It's only about a 1-to-1 trade though for AMD. That's the problem. Unless it's
QEP strong also.
VWAP just dropped too low for AMD here. I was looking at it, but I don't know. I could set 30 as a risk level. Maybe missed it.
Looking at Tiva. 1740 for Tiva. Have an order out. Let's see if that can bounce back. I think Tiva was a nicer one. Just kind of missed the first VWAP fade on it. Looking for the second.
I'm gonna be bummed out if AMD fades here, man.
Yeah, that looked good off the 1930s.
Yeah, that's why I called it out. By the time I called it out and got the share size ready, it never got back up there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
better be ready.
So we get it still consolidating here.
Still have an order out for Tiva, but no bounce yet.
What was it, QEM or QEP, right?
Yeah, that's very bullish.
Yeah, that would have followed through on AMD too. There it goes. Could have taken profits right here. Frustrating. Set up beautifully for it. Could have taken profits there. 20 cents or so. It hurts. Now it's a little too late for it. Maybe NBEV if he gets up there. What else?
Yeah, I like Tiva if he gets back, but
that 1930 area would have been nice risk too. That would have been what, 8 cents with a 20-cent reward. There's a bounce back on AMD. I don't like it anymore though. If it bounces back, I'm not gonna take it now. There's a beautiful bounce back.
nice wash on Kron. Got 81 off the 87 for entry.
I think we gotta be kind of careful. A lot of stuff is up. What's the SPY doing? The SPY is down though. And the SPY is kind of setting up for a fade. So
I'm looking for 1740 off of 1745 for Tiva. There's Kron getting back, but it's not big enough for me to go after.
yeah, I mean AMD's back up there, but I don't like it anymore. Kind of looks a little strong here now. Yeah, I mean, if Kron gets back up there, it's just got a tight range. There's AXSM. I mean, if AXSM gets up there, you could set a 7 risk. 15 cents or so. Big reward.
VWAP reject available for NBEV. Reject. APHA, still possibility to bounce back there.
What's up, insurance? What's up, brother? Long time no see, man.
INSM doing kind of that VWAP reject move. Oof, that's good. That's an interesting one. Interesting chart there by INSM.
AMRN filling some of the gap back.
Definitely have to share down in INSM, but it's huge range. The stock's moving by $1. The spread is a little bit iffy, 15 cents or something like that. You have to use a lot less share size, but it has a huge range. Already today it has over $1.60 range.
I mean, I guess AMD would have followed through on the second move. It's just I don't like the second move as much. I back tested it. Actually, had not great results for the second confirmation move. NBEV's kind of up to the VWAP, but it's kind of breaking through here. It's just about what we get on the SPY now. I tried to buy a put option for AXSM, but it didn't get filled on it, I don't think. I think it's a little too late now. Let's see if it'll fill me now. AMD back up to the VWAP, kind of sideways. Come on, man. The price is changing so quickly for this AXS put that it's just not filling me. If I get a bounce, it should fill, so I'm just going to leave it hanging there. You mean the Saints are going to lose, James? Or no way, man. Kron. I don't hate it. Only problem is volume. Risk can be 90, so about a 6-cent risk. Reward level could be about 10 cents or so. Probably 12, 13 cents, really. Maybe too late. Maybe miss Kron. Still early. It's only been 11 minutes since the open. Gotta just stay patient right now, I think. Kron, low volume.
Yeah, buyers stepping up in here. Looking at Tiva right now, looks pretty good, but I saw the SPY just make a push.
Yeah, SPY just broke the VWAP. Yeah, Tiva looks good, but yeah, the SPY. I think the risk on Tiva is really tight at 45, maybe.
Yeah, that's my idea.
Or 50, probably, actually.
Calling this trade out for a little while now.
I think 50 is probably a little bit more reasonable. It's still 2-1.
Yep.
And BEV spiked up here. We're getting some rebounds here with the SPY rebounding. Okay, so I did get filled.
Yeah, QEP and INSM look like VWAP rejects. QEP looks a little bit safer. You can do 840s off of 850s. Yeah, 42s for that. Looks good.
Yep.
It's good. Like the right risk to reward.
Mm-hmm. Tiny risk.
Yeah, whenever it's kind of VWAP reject, you need to make it really tight on the risk side and a big reward potential. INSM has the same thing, but you have to risk about 20 cents more. You have to try to get an entry in the 50s or 40s, and then risk off of that 70. A little bit more risk there.
Yeah, it's just the SPY. Like the SPY's running up, testing that high of the day, and so.
I'm watching that SPY. APHA didn't look too bad there, but the SPY holding very well. MU also getting up there now on the bullish day.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at as well. SPY bouncing Todd for sure. I mean, and that's something that we have to pay attention to. This first fade on AMD wouldn't have been bad to kind of get in and out before the SPY rebounded some here. But the SPY is going to move up and test that 252.90, 253 level. That's what we got to watch, kind of. INSM, maybe if it gets back up to 28 with a risk of 50, reward level of 1850. So pretty big reward level relative to the size of the risk. Would have to scale down some just because it's a bigger range, but I could see the rejection a little bit for INSM.
Oh, just gonna be patient here. Seeing a good hold there at 25.80s for the SPY.
All right, yeah, here's INSM. Like I said, risk of 50. Confirmed it really nicely there.
There you go.
Uh,
That one, it's one that you have to take less size because it could squeeze a little bit, but
right.
big move there. It said in the 40s or 50s, and then risking off a 1970. That's what I would think. Gives you great potential. It's about a 80-cent move on the down. So 20-cent risk really isn't too much. I'm still liking Tiva. At least it's to me, it's like the best looking chart. Up, it went all the way down. Now it's gone up. Now we just need to see if it's going to reject or kind of break out. If it comes back, I'll be looking to tackle this one. I like the chart at least. Here's the SPY on the 15-minute coming right back down. And see if it holds.
Yeah, here goes AMD breaking out. I mean, right now it would have been a pretty good little, area. I like how it gave itself another risk at about 42 for INSM. A little early though, side kind of going sideways, or SPY kind of going sideways right now. AMD spiking up. Yeah, I think it's important to try to catch a fade whenever the SPY's trending down, like significantly. If you try to fade it on this big rebound, when the SPY rebounds, I think it's less likely for sure. It's kind of tricky though because a rebound on the SPY may look like a fade.
There's a hard down move on the SPY.
Yeah.
Let's see if it holds these 50s or breaks through it.
Well, we have a little break. If anybody's interested in using the broker Mitch and I we're using TradeNet. I'll post the link. You can get 10% off if you go through my link and check them out. Yeah, there's 1950. It confirmed it really well there, though. We'll see if it pulls back down.
Yeah, like John's saying, we trade with TradeNet, and TEFS is our platform. Gives us a great ability to short any stock that is tradable. This is essentially why I think I joined TradeNet, is having the ability to short any stock that's tradable without borrowing shares is definitely going to be an advantage. And
For
if
sure.
you use it to your advantage, you can make some great gains with it.
Look at that beautiful confirmation on INSM. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually a little worried when I move to a conventional broker because I'm going to have to locate shorts. Look at that confirmation in INSM. Yeah. Right? Like I said, that risk of 1950 looked good.
Yeah, I told you that 50 is where you wanted to get in.
Perfect.
You use that, and then that other red candle as your risk there, 1970. That's what you want to use as the risk. And you'll have an ability to come right back down to that $19, take some profit, and look for that big move to 1850.
SPY just kind of going sideways right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this though because it has that 1 up, that 2 up, that 3 up, that 250 breaks, and that's what I'm really like looking for. That those 50s to shut down.
Yep.
It smacks down through the 50s. There you go.
If QEP
that's what I wanted to see.
If QEP can get up to 1840, I might take it.
All
with a
right.
risk of 1850. I think risk of 1850 from 1840 is reasonable, and it's better than 2 to 1 at this point. But yeah, INSM just confirmed that 1950 level really, really well, and so it's if I was in it, it would be easy to follow. CLVS is kind of back up there. CLVS, kind of definitely spready.
Trying to get short here on. I need a little bounce here for Tiva.
Yeah, there
Little
goes the
bounce here.
SPY
Little
dropping.
bounce, and I'll short it. I have an order out at 1748, but I need a little bounce here. It's not giving me that bounce.
There goes the SPY.
Yeah, no, I saw it already. 50s was all I needed to see. I didn't even look at it after that.
And there's the follow through on INSM too.
A little bounce here, and I'll get short on this using that 1750 mark as my risk. Just need a little bounce here. 47 is what I'm targeting. 45 I'll take.
I mean, INSM's looking better. It's just about what kind of share size should I take here. Thinking about maybe 100 shares with a risk of about 25 cents or so, but it's a little spready. Kind of a huge range though.
Man, it's not giving me a chance to get in here.
There goes the SPY. Let me see if INSM is tradable. I forgot to even check. It is. Okay, good.
Just gonna have to have my order out there and just let it go. If it fills, it fills. If not, I have to let it go. Can't understand. Can't chase. Chasing is not what we want to do here.
Spray got a little worse for INSM. All right, here's QEP spiking up here. Like I said, QEP gets up to 25 or gets up to 40 or so, 37 or 40. I'll take it with a 10-cent risk of 850. All right, it's up to 830. Needs to get up 10 more cents for me to take it. At least 7 more cents. Big green candle though. We'll see how it moves up to this point. All right, there's 32s.
I'm gonna get short here in 47s for Tiva.
There's 30s. It's got to get up about 5 more cents for me to want to get in with QEP. Up to 29s. 32s. Don't know if we're going to get it. The SPY's dropping a little prematurely here before I could really get in my entry. 33s. I'm going to get in with 100 here and then add another few hundred if it gets up there. I got up to 35. I need to get a little bit higher here. I just don't want to miss the full move. It's at 32s. Got to get up to 35s or so for me to add this other 200 shares. It's at 33s. Come on, let's get up there.
All right, guys, I'm short there at 1746 off of 1750. 51s will get me out here.
33s. I still like the risk reward, but it never quite got back up there, man. Frustrating. I wanted bigger. I want a bigger sizing than 30 or than 100 shares. Let's see if we gets up there. We still got some time.
All right, major point right here for me in my trade.
You're at Tiva.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna get frustrated if I couldn't size fully into this trade and it works out. I mean, I'll still make some money, but aggravating.
All right, got to be careful. There's 50, guys. A little squeeze there. I don't want to see 51s. 51s will get me out of this trade.
Of course, QEP ends up working, and I mean, I'm in it with 100 shares, but I wanted 300 at least. It just never got up back up there. Tried to scale in. Didn't want to get in full size with that risk reward, but what's up, Bramo? Good morning, man.
Can't let 51s roll through here. I'm going to see a rejection here. There's 51s. There's 100 shares going through there. Let's see anything follows here. Couple hundred shares. All right, I'm out there, guys. Tiny bit more than I wanted. I got out there in 53s. Got squeezed there.
Don't stress it.
Yeah, they're probably about the only one that's squeezing right now, but definitely getting caught there.
All right, so QEP's at 26. I wanted to get more size. I'm actually pretty frustrated in this at this point. I wanted to get a few more 100 shares. I'm just gonna let this work. Yeah, AXSM. I was looking at it kind of for a fade. If it gets up to 63s, you gets at a risk of like 70s, 80s. Yeah, I mean, you got out at the right time. It got out. It started to squeeze up, so it was a good exit, I think.
Looked good. At the end of the day, it's a tight risk. It wasn't too bad. Lost less than 10 cents, so it wasn't the worst.
Nice, you get this. Good work, brother. AXSM is just kind of consolidating down at the sixes, going sideways. We'll see if it pushes. Yeah, it's how it goes sometimes, Isaac. Sometimes the market's just sideways. I think the market will probably come back down some. I think this is just a bounce after it broke the lows. I think it'll probably come back down some, hopefully at least. But we'll see. I'm kind of frustrated, like I said. I really wanted to scale in. I didn't want to miss the move. It only gave me a quick opportunity here to get in at the entry I wanted. And so I scaled in the rest, seeing if it would bounce back up there, and it just never did. So I wanted bigger sizing than this. And I'm actually frustrated. Now the next question I have to ask myself, though, is that if it bounces back up, do I add back or do I just let the trade work at this point? If it bounces back up there and starts to break this, it definitely looks bullish, and that's not what I want to really get caught in, is a bullish move back up here. I think that 43 risk is tight enough.
There's a SPY back to the VWAP there.
All right, so here's a bounce back, like I said, with QEP. SPY starting to run here. I liked it the first time when the SPY was dropping, but now the SPY bounced back and then a big down candle too. We'll see what we get. I don't like it as much now. I could add my sizing back, but like I said, if it breaks this, I'm looking at the SPY pretty closely here. Well, no, I mean, I was gonna scale into it, Isaac. Like my goal was to like scale into it, and it just never quite got back up there on this move. I was trying to get a 37, 36, or 37 entry, so I took a small position at first. And like I said, that's when I'm frustrated. Um, Took a small position looking to add it when it got back up there, and it just never got back up there. What's up, Robert? I'm in the process of scaling up, Pablo. It's a process, though. It's new emotions. Looking weaker, though, here. Got a nice little double top at that point. NBEV maybe for a rejection. Plug insurance. Yeah, look at plug go. Alright, it's back up to 30, and the SPY is also starting to run back up here. It's kind of what I'm looking at. SPY, definitely some choppiness action going on in the SPY right now. It just depends on how it responds here, what the SPY does, which area, which direction it breaks. SPY kind of sideways.
Cron looking strong on the long side through 12s. There you go. Let's see what happens here.
All right, here's the SPY starting to run up, so we'll probably get a squeeze here. Yeah. SPY breaks the high of the day. I'll probably have to jump out. I don't want to risk trading against the trend. SPY starting to run.
Lots of volume accumulating.
All right, squeeze up on the SPY. Now it's testing that high of the day here just broke it. There's the high of the day break. All right, got to be really careful here. We'll see if QEP trends with the SPY though. It hasn't been trending all the way with the SPY, just some. But we'll see what we get here. Definitely not going to add to it at this point with the SPY squeezing up like it is. Broke the high of the day. And so unless this holds and the SPY gets rejected and comes back down, I'll probably just let it work to my tight risk here. SPY looking strong again.
Yep.
Nice, Todd. Yeah, I see that one. Same 1 minute range gap and go strategy. Looks to work out well for you, man. Good job. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to start looking into. At least some of the ways that I tested on it for sure. Definitely one of those strategies.
MBEV getting some volume, so is Kron.
All right, so I was filled on my AXSM put, up $5 now. Like I said, guys, if anybody's interested in checking out TradeNet, which is the broker we use, you can get 10% off by going through my link. It's kind of like a prop firm is the best way we can describe it. My favorite thing about it is that anything that's tradable is shortable. So anything that I can trade, I can short, and it has pretty cheap commissions. And so really good for new traders scaling up in sizing and using small sizing. But just posted the link. It's the jump to click link if anybody wants to check out the broker Mitch and I use. You can go to that link and get 10% off. I make a commission from it, but it's one of the ways we keep the stream free. And so do your research, but if you want to use them, if you're interested in signing up, you can check out that link. All right, who got this? Later, brother.
Couple stocks looking really bullish. MBEV, huge amount of volume in the last two candles, and Kron looking good also on the long side.
I mean, if I didn't see the SPY squeezing like it was, I would like QEP a little bit more. It has that triple top there that it actually just broke, and so it's kind of looking strong here. And so I gotta be very tight with my risk level, but I got it with such small sizing, it doesn't really matter too much. But we'll see what we get here. Little baby trade. 39s. Like I said, 42 is my risk just about. It's weird. The SPY's dropping now. QEP's pushing up. Just don't want to see it turn super bullish on me.
I'm watching those early resistance, seeing if they're becoming support, and that's what's happening right now on the SPY. So it's holding the bullish trend right now.
Yep.
It's going to push again here.
The previous high of day is now support.
Yep. If I would buy Kron on the long side right now would be the buy, and it'd be off a 95 risk. So 5-cent risk for the potential to make that first move to 1205 and then look for that breakout at 1210. Let's see if it breaks out through the 12. I'm looking for it to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to take this trade on the long side, but just calling it out there.
Yeah, I got out of QEP at 45. That was my risk area. It made sense for that risk area. You could see it was the high right here, pre-market.
Yeah, it's getting definitely a push.
Yeah. Kind of the SPY, man. SPY, this is what we get in choppy days where it's like up, down on the SPY. You get kind of
the chop.
Chop. Yeah.
Get chopped up.
795 on QEP? Or you mean 895? Well, no, 795 would be way down here. I think your VWAP's probably wrong. Maybe it's just different dimensions. I don't know. I appreciate the sub, Enoch, Nishad, Sweet Red. Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome. For me, Todd, do you think my VWAP's broken? It could be broken.
It's broken, bro.
Maybe you need to get a mechanic out here to fix it.
Call someone from Craigslist.
Yeah. You're talking about Furu. Like I said, holding AXSM. Up a little bit on AXSM, that put option.
All right. Let's see what happens here.
SPY
Start of a
breaking down.
start of a hard reject on Kron.
I appreciate the sub, Caroline. Or Carolina. Appreciate it.
SPY playing games
It
today.
is, man. Super choppy.
Super
That's why
chop.
tough day. That's why I was kind of bummed out. I got in with small size, but at this point, I'm happy I got in with small size. Um, SPY's just up down, up down, up down, and so when SPY doesn't pick a direction, it's really tough to make any of these work.
Yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch, Sid. That was my jam back in the day, man. When I was in I must have been 6th or 7th grade when that came out too. Maybe a little younger than that actually. But I used to love Celebrity Deathmatch.
Let's see the 15-minute on the SPY. Yeah, just some chop cess.
Yeah. Glad I took small sizing in the end. Very tiny loss today. I'm not really that too stressed about it. But yeah, I think we need to wait for the spot to pick a direction, and specifically a downtrend if that's what we're looking for. And with the SPY being as choppy as it is, it's kind of a coin flip, I think.
All right, Kron looks like it might pattern breakdown here. Yep, that's the sign right there. Big short coming in. Pattern breakdown. Look on Kron there. 11.95 is off of 12.
Of course, the SPY drops. I would have gotten stopped out no matter what, so I'm not super upset about it. But now QEP dropping.
That's how she goes, right? Keeping an eye on Tiva. One still has a good range. There's the breakdown for Kron. I was watching both of those. It looked interesting. Just a pattern breakdown for Kron. Bounce here to 11.95s. You can get in and risk off of 12. But really fakey today. A lot of stocks doing these big range kind of moves.
Yeah, for sure. It's just kind of a sideways day, unless this is why I'm enjoying the volume being back, even though I couldn't trade it today. AXSM is kind of the same gap fail strategy that I look for. Just overextended move on the upside, fail on the downside.
All right, guys, I'm short there on Tiva. Short there, Tiva. Risk is 60, 8-cent risk.
Here, let me pull you up.
All right, starting to get a nice little wash here. Let's see if some volume can follow it. First profit's going to be 1740s. Then I'll look to go down to that 1725 area. Don't want to see the SPY bounce over here at 2252.80. Want it to break down below the VWAP here. Give me that more of that confirmation. If you could break down below this 50, it'll look good.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to think the SPY is actually going to continue to go up here. I think it's just a pullback just from the range of it so far.
Yeah. I mean, you could be right there, you know. Could just be another fake out.
Well, I think with TIVA you're still okay. I think you got a nice tight risk above you at 1760 or so.
Yep. Don't want to see it get back above those 80s here. The SPY looking like it's springy there. Yeah, I'm going to hold to these 58s here. Don't want it to be bought up here at the 55s. Gets bought up there at the 55s, it's dangerous.
Let's just hope that previous high of the day on the SPY holds as resistance now. I think as long as that area holds, you'll be alright. I think if it stays under, what is this level? 252.90.
There's 84s. There's 55s starting to get bought up there. Not liking that buy up. Got to be careful here.
SPY squeeze it up to 90s. This is the level it's got to test right here. We'll see if it.
There's 56. Got to be careful there. I don't want to see anything really filling here. If not, just gonna have to get out.
SPY got rejected a little bit there. You should see
There
a
you
drop.
go.
Yeah.
Looks good there. Don't want to see past that 58 now.
Yeah, at this point it's just about seeing whether the SPY holds under that 252.90 level, which it drops. It's dropping down some. That previous high of the day. There you go. Now you should get some drops. It's down to 78 now on the SPY. 77s.
I want to see that hard down action to 50. There you go. That looks good. Let's get through the 50s.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching how it correlates with the SPY. The SPY is dropping down to the 70s now. Maybe down to the 60s if it continues pushing. Down to 60s. So yeah, you should get some follow-through drops back down with the SPY getting rejected at that previous high of the day. Right around 252.90s, like I said. And we're getting some follow-through back down. It's testing down to the 60s now.
Let's see if we can crash down below the VWAP. That'll show confirmation for my trade.
Yeah, there's 60s on the SPY.
Just needed to flush through those 60s, 53s. Below 50, it'll show that real kind of bearish move.
Yep. Down to the 60s, might be testing 50 here on the SPY.
All right, gotta be careful here, guys.
The SPY's dropping. I think you should get some follow-through drops. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to my 58, guys. The original plan. Stick to the trade plan, and that's what we're gonna do here. INSM is getting a squeeze there, big squeeze there, out of nowhere. Don't understand what's going on with that one.
No, it's just sideways day.
Looks good.
Yeah, there's 50s testing on the SPY, so we got that rejection right where I thought we might, so you should get some follow-through. There you go. Now it's just about whether it breaks under 250 on the SPY, and that should, if it does that, then this should drop under the $0.50 as well. A little bit of a rebound. You might see a little bit of move back up here for a second. Um,
It's gonna hold my levels here.
Beautiful drop on the SPY. You should get a big, nice follow through now. Beautiful drop down to the 30s on the SPY.
Looking good there.
Yep. SPY down to the 30s, so you should be all right. Hopefully the SPY continues, but man, it's just so choppy today. You gotta kind of, days like this are days that you gotta try to trade it against the range of the SPY, where the SPY is moving up and down around the highs and lows to get in the opposing direction right around the highs and try to take advantage of the chop is what you need to do, which is kind of what you did here a little bit.
There you go. The break through the 50s is what I needed to see, and that's beautiful there.
SPY bouncing up a little bit here, though. I think you're all right still. I think
Just got to hold to my limit here. My 58 is going to be it. You know, if it gets back above here, I just got to get out.
SPY should come back down, I think, now. But who knows? It depends. It's at 40, up to 50.
I want to see those 50s crack there.
And it's just
cracked so much on Tiva.
It's kind of playing off the range of the SPY now.
Yeah, it's holding its levels there.
Now it's testing the VWAP on the SPY. Right, that's what I'm kind of looking at, Todd, is the range of it. Got a little bounce here. We'll see if we get a little rejection here on the SPY. But that's kind of what I'm looking at with Mitch's trade, just kind of following the SPY overall. I mean, he's still in an okay spot. I mean, he's right around break even on the trade thus far. So,
yeah, it's not a bad trade here. I did want to see a little bit more quicker confirmation in this kind of trade, especially since it's up there near the top of the resistance. Top resistance is 1758. There's definitely resistance up there.
All right, so you're getting a bounce on the SPY up to the 250, 250s. So
yeah,
you may see some bouncing here. But
yep.
If that we get rejected at that $0.50 under the VWAP, then it looks better.
Yeah, 58. This has to be my number. You just have to respect it.
50s, gonna get up to 60s on the SPY. It looks like.
Just hang tight here. Don't want to see it in the 57s here. It's getting bought up in 55s. Got to be careful here. Seeing a hard bounce here, 56. All right, guys, if I see 57 show up with volume, I'm just going to get out. I'm seeing a lot of volume there.
SPY may be pulling back some down to the 60s again. See what the SPY does here, down to 63. You should maybe get a little bit of a drop now. SPY's dropping back down. There you go.
Right. I like that hold. Still holding to that 57s. Don't want to see 56 to slide through and then 57 show up here. Want to see this come right back down to 50.
There you go. Another drop. All right, so the SPY, I think it's the big level on the SPY is at 250, 275. It's still at the 60s, at the lower end of 60s. 63s.
All right, that looks good. Another rejection near the top of the resistance.
SPY about to break that 75 level, which I think is the bigger level. There it goes. You might get a push up here.
Let's look on the 15-minute. Yeah, the 15-minute tells it all.
SPY starting to test that previous high of the day, which has turned into pretty major resistance here at 90s, 93 or so. It's at 83 now. Hopefully we get a rejection here. If you get a rejection here, I think it kind of confirms that risk level again on of the SPY at least. Back to
all right,
the
that
70s.
looks good right there.
Yeah, we got a rejection
nice
there.
Hardware, nice hard down pull. It's got to hold tighter and tighter on this one. Now I really don't want to see 56 is getting filled. You see how 56 is showing up there? Don't want to see big size and just come in
All
there.
right, SPY just broke that high of the day.
Yep, there's 57 showing up. Anything
Let's
gets
see.
filled there, I'm just
Oh
gonna get on
yeah,
out.
rejected here again.
327.
Moving a little bit back down.
I'm out of the trade there.
But terrible. I mean, very small loss.
Yeah, very small loss. Just not seeing the market kind of pick a direction today. It's a
Yeah,
bunch
it's
of chop, getting caught in the
sideways.
chop. There's a push.
AVEO. Yeah, I think on days when the SPY's choppy like this, it's just kind of a choppy day overall in stocks. I think that's what we're seeing a lot with most of these.
Yep, it is what it is.
AMD kind of not looking terrible on a 5 minute with a risk of 50. If it pulls down to 50, don't look bad. CANE popping up on the scanners. Low volume. APPS. No volume. Yeah, man. It's just, yeah, Jack. It's just a sideways day, man. I mean, if you look at the SPY, it's just chop city. I don't know. I don't like the reward target for 75 there, Todd. I think the reward target could only be maybe at 84, so it's just a big risk, low reward trade. At least for me, I want to see it down closer to 1960 if I was going to do it. Maybe 1955. Yeah, Sam, it's just choppiness right now, man. I mean, the reason, like, if you look at the SPY, that's, days like today are when you're going to get a lot of fake outs. You see
Yep.
up, down, up, down, up,
It's playing games
down.
overall.
Just chop. AXSM here. Let's see what risk would be. Get in at 650. Risk could be at 675, 25 cents. Reward from 650 down to 575. It's 3-1. Reward to risk. For AXSM. This one's kind of going against the SPY. Big gap up.
Let's see, the SPY wants to make a new high here. It looks strong for Cron. If you guys are on the long side looking for long trades, I would look at Cron and MBEV. I think both of those can get some rise if the SPY breaks the high and keeps going.
Kind of looking at AXSM if it can get up to 650 or so with a 675 risk for 25 cents. Reward level of 575. And so 3-1 reward to risk on it. I would have to take a really small sizing just because the range is so big. But SPY coming back down.
Yeah, you just look at the days and it's just trap city.
Sideways.
Yeah, this is trap city, man.
Pablo, so my strategy revolves around bearish trends. Usually I look for like an overextended gap like AXSM. I can't trade this one. I just remembered, so I'm not going to be able to trade it. Man, that sucks. But yeah, I look for a bearish trend, big drop, overextended gap, and then a big drop at the open. And then I look for a pullback to the VWAP. That's where I enter short with the tight risk above. In this case, it would be 675, and then a big reward level of 575. So you can see here, like my reward level is this, my risk level is this. So my reward's way bigger than my risk in that trade, and so it's 3 to 1. That's what I look for. And then I look for it to come back down, take a partial at the low of the day. Let's buy back up.
Not going to take this on a real trade, but more of a paper trade. Just calling this out there. I like MU right now off of 33.98 to break out above this. Hold here. Break out. See the flag there.
AMD spiking. I mean, we have some stocks that trade against. Trade against the SPY. Let's see what else we got. Like I said, I've kind of been looking at opening range breakouts. Another one I'm looking at now is ROKU. Would have been successful today. Would have been successful Friday. Would have been successful Thursday. Would have failed Wednesday. Successful Tuesday. Kind of choppy Monday.
There's that push on MU. Small pullback here to 34s.
Would have been successful 26th. Failed 25th. Another one I'm looking at is kind of the three candle 5-minute range breakout.
Just paper trade, just putting it out there. Took some of MU at 34.04, risking off of that level right behind it, 33.95. Looking for a breakout on the flag pattern. Yep, SPY holding. Looks beautiful.
Which one?
Longing MU at 34.04. holding the 95s and looking to get a kind of a bull push. Just trying to take some paper trades on longs, get my confidence back in my strategies, make sure I'm executing excellent, getting good stats, so that way, if I adjust and start trading more longs, I'll be able to execute on them. All right, we just have to watch it here, past that 95. The SPY hit the resistance and rejected really back down. So let's see what happens here. If it gets bought up at the resistance, or is it going to come right back down? Definitely made a bullish move though.
I'm kind of looking at AXSM. I can't trade it, but like I said, 650 entry, risk of 675, reward level down at 575.
Be out there.
Huh?
And then I'd be out on my long.
Yeah, market's choppy today, man. Yeah, everybody protect yourself. It's just a choppy day. It's when the SPY's finally starting to pick an upward direction though, and so I think that if you're gonna be biased in anything now, you kind of gotta be biased on the upside with the SPY actually picking a direction finally.
Look at the flags on MBEB and Cron.
Let's see how much this 675 level holds. Confirmed it. But with the SPY pushing up, I think this one may be kind of doing the same.
What is up with you?
Nice little confirmation. Like I drew the risk here. It went up, touched it, came back down. SPY's gotta just pick a direction though. And I think whenever the SPY's like this, I'll probably skip these days from the future. Just too choppy. I was hoping we get some good volume today. We have some decent gappers like AXSM and QEP, but
It's crazy how swingy things have been. They've gone from looking bullish to bearish to looking to bullish to now. The SPY is looking bullish. Most of the stocks I'm watching are looking like they're about to fail the pattern.
Right, the short pattern.
Yeah.
I mean, QEP still would have worked, I think. It's kind of trading against the SPY, but maybe should have set the risk at 50 instead of 48 to 44, wherever I set it, but would have given me a little bit too much risk, I think. Nice two-way. Good job, brother. Two-way. When I don't try to impress beginner trades, I trade better. They appreciate it. You don't have to impress me, man. kind of one of those times though that like the fade has not been working as well, especially with like the SPY's overall price action, and so I've been back testing. Like in last night's class, I went over some back test results, and then the last class I did before that last week, I went over some back testing results for a different strategy, and they've all been really promising. And so it's kind of one of those times where it's like, well, I know my strategy, and it just hasn't been working as well lately. And so maybe I don't think I should jump right in with live money, but maybe it's time to focus on another strategy at this point until the SPY starts picking a direction. One thing I do like about AXSM, which is what I called out, was this risk level confirmed very nicely here. Look at that. 575. So it would have confirmed it really nicely. Also another reason I don't set hard stops. But has a double top there. Usually looks a little bit better at that point that it confirmed that risk.
So chop.
Yep.
Might have to grab some nicotine myself.
Choppy style. Chop, chop, choppy style. You know.
The worst part is I feel like, after we finally do get this kind of decision, there's definitely going to be some opportunities. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, I like the AXSM trade. It wasn't tradable, but the risk level I would have given myself confirmed really, really nicely now, and it's breaking down, which is what I wanted to see, and it would have been a nice trade. It just wasn't tradable for me. Like you guys can see, I documented it up here where entry and risk level would be, and it confirmed that risk level beautifully twice.
there's AMD breaking out.
Yeah, man. I know Todd was considering it. He might have made some money on that move.
Good flag. The resistance, hold, support, breakout.
And I think with how the SPY has been lately, where it's kind of just stuck a direction for the remainder of the day a lot of the time.
It ripped. The SPY ripped out.
Yeah.
Ripped through the flag.
The only one I'm kind of disappointed I missed was QEP. That first fade was beautiful, and I just missed it. I think it was QEP. No, it wasn't QEP. What was it? AMD maybe. I think it was AMD. Yeah, the first fade on AMD would have been nice here. Could have taken profits, been done. And eventually it squeezed up, but that would have worked.
It's been a battle kind of day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I gave it one shot.
Yeah, so many traders have been trapped, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's looking their way, it's going back. You can get into the trade, looking their way, and it goes back.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those days where you gotta identify the choppiness and just say, well,
If it
either
doesn't
use a
break
larger
those
time
levels,
frame.
yeah, if it doesn't break those levels, you shouldn't be watching it. I think that's what happened today. You get to the point where you're like, all right, well, break out, break down. What are we getting here? And that's when you need to use your support and your key resistance and wait for those breakouts versus wait for the kind of in between move.
But yeah, probably going to close it down soon here. I mean, I'm just not seeing anything I really want to jump into now. It's a little bit too late. SPY's heading up. And so unless I'm going to trade the TPX or UVXY for an inverse move on the short side, probably it for the day. Like I said, if anybody's interested in using the broker that Mitch and I are using, we're using TradeNet. Really cheap commissions relative to other brokers, specifically with small size. And anything I can trade, I can short on there. And so if you're interested in checking them out, you can go to my link. I make a commission from it. It's one of the ways we keep the stream always free. And so if you want to use the broker we use, go check them out. I posted the link in the chat. Also, shout out to Trade Ideas. They're cool enough to let me stream their scans every day. So go check out Trade Ideas. Really dynamic and cool scanner. Makes my mornings really, really easy. And so go check out Trade Ideas. Like I said, they're cool enough to actually let me stream these scans every day. So go show your love to them and check them out. And yeah, choppy day in the SPY. Took a small hit. Very small. Not worried about it. Gonna move on with my week. Hopefully we get a direction confirmation tomorrow and we get some better moves. But overall, tiny loss. We'll see what we get tomorrow, guys. So good luck for the rest of the day, and I'll see you all a little bit later. You want to say anything else, Mitch?
Nope. Just always, guys, take your time. Keep learning. Keep studying. Join us for our classes. And if you want to go ahead and trade with us on TradeNet, go ahead and join. We'll be every single day going over the stocks that are tradable and the things that we can take advantage of.
Yeah, exactly. It's the jump to click link if anybody wants it. And yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Have a good day.